So it's interesting that they decided to do another hybrid. It seems to be the trend now to do these tie-in hybrid games for the most likely for the PS3. The quality of and the graphics of that game remind me a lot of the Robotech GameCube game that was released back in the day. Nothing really fancy about that. Then again, previous titles that have actually done the whole hybrid pack game tie-in, the games are decent looking, but they're nothing like you would see from a company that spent, over a year in development on. So it's just a nice add-on. It's going to be a bit on the pricey side. The hybrid pack goes for a little over 7,000 yen by current US rates. That's about $80-90 bucks. That's not including shipping. Still, to be honest, it's a worthwhile purchase in my mind. I mean, it's a great piece of, history and in the anime industry. And, if you guys haven't seen it yet, there is on VHS and DVD. And if anything, go buy this. This is available now. I kind of checked a moment ago. There is, if you want to spend a little more dough, there is a limited edition 30th anniversary box set, which includes a bunch more features and whatnot. That's 180 bucks US, not including tax and shipping. Bit on the pricey side, but then again, if you are a diehard Macross fan, it's, again, money well worth it. I want to talk about another thing about Macross. This is not about this game or about this movie. There actually was another mobile game based on the 30th anniversary of Macross. It looks to be more along the lines of Macross Frontier, and this is available for Android devices. I'll talk a little more about it after the video. Looks fun, right? The whole thing about it is, unfortunately, it's only limited to Japanese Android devices with an iOS port coming soon. Given the fact that Namco Bandai teamed up with this other mobile game company, they both have pushed for social gaming, mobile gaming in the States. So I'm hoping this will come stateside eventually. The graphics, they're not bad for a mobile, Android-based game. And the fact that it's, 3D rail shooter. The other thing is that's only part of the game. The other half is actually a dating sim. In the short trailer, they showed Ronka Lee from Macross Frontier as one of the girls. I guess you can swoon if you want. No word yet about any other Macross characters, although I'm sure there'll be a boatload of them. If Ronka's in there, I'm sure Cheryl's going to be in there, and who knows what else. The moment this comes stateside, I will let you guys know via the website and the show, so you guys can pick this up. I'm hoping there's some sort of, because they have the social mobile gameplay design, I'm hoping we can play it online against each other here in the States rather than just people in Japan. And if that's the case, I will definitely start setting up games we can start playing. Okay, let's talk about some Ava news real quick. Crunchyroll got some information from Mediacom about their new real action hero figure. They did one before of Rei, and it's about 30 centimeters tall. Now they have one for the new Asuka. I mean, check this out. So this looks really well done. I mean, it's 1/6 scale. It is 30 centimeters tall. I've seen the Rei version in person, and it looks amazing. This one, you can see, it looks like to be I can't say if it's a cold cast or because some of the design looks almost be like leather. It looks really nice. Of course, it has the patch on Asuka's eye. A lot of people are wondering why they decided to do that for this movie. Honestly, I'm sure it is because they wanted to sell more merchandise. And with this, something like this, they're definitely going to. I mean, the detail on it is, very well done. I think the whole battered Asuka style it's an improvement for her. It looks good. It just improves upon her, for lack of a better phrase, badassery. It's going to be expensive, though, as we're looking at, jeez. We'll go about 200, 300, yeah, 250 bucks, 18,900 yen right now. It's going to be on sale in January, so you have time to save up. And, of course, they talked about another figure based on the entry plug, a modified one with Asuka, and that one's going to be a little more expensive because that's going to be 430 bucks US. I gotta wonder, how do these people, I mean, in one sense, I wonder how these people are able to buy all this stuff. But then again, if you love something that much, you're going to save up and spend what you need to do to get these things. And for those people who can afford those, I 100%, support you on that. I just wish I could do the same. Okay, talk about some other collectibles. Have you guys seen the anime Space Brothers? It's currently streaming simulcasting on Crunchyroll. If you guys haven't seen it, it's one of the best series of recent memory. Basically, you have two brothers. When they're young, they make a promise they're gonna go to the moon. Shoot, 20 some odd years later, one's at NASA working to be part of this first moon base colony, and the other is actually at the beginning kind of a washout, but then joins the Japan Space Agency to try to go up in space as well. One of the nice enduring side characters of the series is a little pug named Appo, which is short for Apollo, sorry. And it's cool that Japanese copy goods maker Ayoshimi Bunka Kyozai are actually going to release a near life-size Appo pug. I mean, how cute is this? I mean, yes, this is over on Anime News Network. They got the information on this. It's cool. It's going to be about 14 inches long, 13 inches tall. I mean, it's about the size of a normal pug. And, I mean, look at the face. Come on. The only thing that's holding me back from this is the price. It's basically a giant plushie, but it's going to be about $80. Yeah, maybe. It depends on how much more I enjoy the series when I finish it. Maybe I'll buy it then. We'll see what happens. I'm waiting for the Blu-ray release, though. Sentai Filmworks licensed it for release in the States side, aside from Crunchyroll doing the simulcasting. I'm hoping they'll bring some more similar things like this. If you haven't seen it yet, go watch it, go check it out, and you'll wonder, or you'll realize why Appo is just so cute and such an enduring character throughout the entire series. Let's talk about... we can skip that. Let's go talk about some video game news. So, it's interesting that in the past, in the history of the gaming industry, about every 5 years we receive another slew of video game consoles. This recent batch of systems, we're talking, of course, about the Wii, the 360, the PS3. It's been, over 10 years now, hasn't it been? If not longer, since their inception. And yes, they're still creating some nice, decent titles for it, and they look very nice, although I'm a PC player, even though I have both consoles, they just sit there. But it's not just fans who are wondering when the next consoles are coming out, they're well overdue. The CEO of Ubisoft, who I think actually took Best of Show at E3 2012 with a slew of amazing titles, both recurring and brand new IPs like Watch Dogs, that he's wondering that, we need to have more consoles. This should have been available 5 years ago. He says, and I quote, "What we missed was a new console every 5 years. We have been penalized by the lack of new consoles on the market. I understand that manufacturers don't want them too often because it's expensive, but it's important for the entire industry to have new consoles because it helps creativity.